Hey, what's up guys? Ariel here, and I'm gonna talk to you about a question type viewer video that I have for you guys. I asked you guys on Facebook, Instagram to ask me any questions regarding Disney and such, so here we are. So Sarah Chuck asked me on Facebook, what is your favorite childhood ride? Haunted Mansion. There you go. Oh, one thing, just want to clarify and let you all know, she is on YouTube as well. Her name is Sarah Chuck. So go ahead and check her out. Jessie Hart, who is one of my roommates that I'm going to be having. I'm really excited to meet her. She asked me on Facebook, how are you going to last until it's time to go to Disney? I have no clue. Probably just as much as you are. We're all dying. I know we are, so. We have 52 days today, so please hurry up. Alicia Nakashima asked me on Facebook, how many mice are in Cinderella? Too many for me to count. I looked it up on Wikipedia and Google and all those fun people, and no answers whatsoever. Alicia Nakashima also asked me, if you could meet any Disney character, who would it be and why? I would really want to meet Spieling Peter Pan. This is a face character that was at Disneyland for a long time. Spieling Peter Pan was probably the best Peter Pan ever. Not to mention that he married Wendy too, the face character. But he engulfed himself in the character and just knew how to be Peter Pan. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you should probably go type in Spieling Peter Pan, and there's a bajillion different videos on him, so just go check him out. Chris McGill asked me, if you could go back in time and be with Walt Disney himself, which ride would you want to oversee the creation of alongside of him and why? I'd really want to see Pirates or Haunted Mansion. Those are two very popular attractions at Disney. Technically it would be Disneyland because he never got to see the finished final project of Disney World. Disneyland, I would really like to see those two, him in the making of those. He never got to finish, he never got to see them, the final product of them, unfortunately, because he passed away in 1966. Brand new technology to that time, so I think learning how to do the Omnimover system in Haunted Mansion, as well as the animatronics in both. So I think that'd be a really cool and neat experience to learn from him. Susie Walker, who's my mother, asked me, who's your favorite character? Steamboat Willie is my favorite. What character is most like you? It's a tie between Tiana and Lottie from Princess and the Frog. I think because I have two different types of personalities in one person. I'm a pretty motivated and goal-oriented person, so that would be the Tiana person of me. And then there's Lottie, who's a goofball and is just hilarious. So I'm both of those people. Next, she also asked me, what is your favorite Disney memory? Get the tissues out because we're going on an adventure. All my life I was told that I was not allowed to go to Disney World until I was 10 years old. That was the age start that you could go to Disney World. So I was never allowed to go to Disney World until I was 10, and I was upset by it. But we were down in Florida for just seeing family and such, and my parents are like, look, there's going to be a lot of Disney billboards around, so don't get your hopes up or whatever. And I was like, whatever. And we were staying at a hotel that was near Disney World, and I didn't know about it, and my parents, we somehow got like these, back then it was Disney dollars, now they're like gifts, I'm assuming it's the same thing as like a gift certificate these days. And my parents were like, let's just go find the biggest Disney store ever. And I was like, okay, I guess. I don't really want to though. I just want to kind of hang out at the pool. It's a nice day. So I started getting really upset and I didn't want to go. And my parents were like, no, let's go. Quit being a baby. We can, if you don't want to go, we can always come back and swim. Well, little did I know that they started driving us towards Disney World, and we go under, I see in the distance, we go under the little archway that says Walt Disney World, and Mickey and Minnie sitting there, and I'm like, are we going there? My parents both in the front seat freaking bawling their eyes out, and I start crying, and they're like, yes, and we're all crying, and geez, we should have gotten a wreck, but oh my gosh, I don't know how we mastered it. But that was my first trip at 7.5 years old, went to Disney World. Next, if you could sit and visit with Walt Disney, what would you ask him? I would ask him something along the lines of, like, you were turned down by the newspaper business for lacking imagination, yet you create these amazing amusement parks and all these attractions and, you know, technology. How? Moving on, Brianna Rio from Facebook asked me if I think that the Frozen, Tangled, and Little Mermaid theory is true. I do think that Tangled and Frozen are connected. I know it is kind of strange that some people are even thinking that Tarzan is now related with that, because maybe the parents didn't die in the shipwreck. Maybe they just, you know, got washed up on shore with the new baby Tarzan. I don't really believe that so much. The parents don't really look much like the parents in Frozen, so I kind of tossed that one aside. Little Mermaid, it's more of a mental block for me. I can't think like that. The Disney animation that they're doing now with Tangled and Frozen is so much different than the animation that they did in the original movies, like the cartoon kind of look to it. So I'm having troubles trying to think like that. That would be cool, but I'm having troubles thinking. But anyways, moving on, she also asked me, what is your theory about other Disney movies being connected? I don't really think that they're connected. I find it really hard to believe that all of the Disney movies are connected in somehow, some way. But the Pixar theory is kind of an interesting theory to think about. If you don't know what that is, y'all need to look it up and get your headcanons ready, because it's crazy. Brittany Brown on Instagram asked me, do you know any Disney secrets? That's for me to know, and you to never find out, girl. Abby Barber, who is actually my actual roommate, she's going to be sharing the same room as me, asked me some of the hardest questions ever. She asked me, what is your favorite Disney song and why? I have no clue. I sing to all of them. I don't know, I really do like Love is an Open Door. I've really gotten into that song. I think it's a pretty cute song. But I also like the Dreams Do Come True in New Orleans. I like the jazzy feel of it. Just something kind of easy just to bob your head to. If you could be any Disney character, who would you be? Ariel, not because of the name, but because I've always wanted to be a mermaid. When I was little, I would wish on my birthday, blowing out the candles, to be a mermaid. She also asked me my favorite non-Disney cartoon. Family Guy. Family Guy, that's a cartoon, so Family Guy. Trey S. Craig on Facebook asked me favorite non-Disney movie. Anastasia, A Swan Princess, and Despicable Me, and Shrek. Those four. Matt Wagner asked me on Facebook, if I were to host Saturday Night Live, who would be my musical guest? This is really going off track of Disney. I'm gonna bring it back. I want the Dapper Dans to be my musical guest, or I would want all the guys from the scene in Tangled, I've Got a Dream, to sing. Random, I know, but hey, I like it. He also asked me my favorite Disney quote, either by Walt Disney or a character. or from a movie. That "keep moving forward" quote by Walt Disney is my favorite by far. It's a really touching and really motivator if you're down. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and talk about these Dole Whips. My grandmother asked me on Facebook how many Dole Whips are sold daily at Walt Disney World. So I've looked up this question, literally typed in everything that I could to find out a fact saying how many Dole Whips they sell a day. Nothing whatsoever, could not find a single thing. So instead I looked up the math and did the math for to figure out annually how much they make on it. You gotta keep in consideration that I did take like just averages. It is gonna be, sometimes it is cold and so less people are gonna buy Dole Whips, and the range in prices from a Dole Whip to a Dole Whip float is different. So Dole Whip floats are $5, Dole Whips are $3.25, so I just kind of average $4. The average person is gonna, you know, purchase a $4 thing there. So take in consideration, think each minute a person buys a Dole Whip, which is $4. So that's $240 an hour. For a day, that's $2,400, and year, that's $864,000. That's a lot of money, but now start taking away some of that money. Taxes, paying people salaries that work there, and the maintenance on the place. That's going to average around $400,000 a year. If I had $400,000, I'm not sure what I would do with it, but there you go. Dole Whips. $400,000 a year Disney makes up on it. That's only at Disney World too. Alright, that's it. I tried to keep it as short as I could, and I'm so sorry that it's longer than normal. But hey, I will see you all very soon. I'm going to try to make another video. I think I'm going to add in a couple more of my Disney bucket list items in my next video. Cheat. Go ahead and hit that like and favorite button on this video and comment if you have any more questions. Okay, bye.